Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for coming to the Coach's Corner. We're on our second part of our little journey today here in Verona, New Jersey. We had just left Glenridge High School, Glenridge Harrell Field, where we had an interesting conversation with the new head coach down there. And by all means, we wanted to catch up with the former head coach, who is now the head coach here at Verona High School. The Hillbillies are on tap and very much getting ready for their next game, first game of the season at the Mountaineer Showcase. I believe it's the Mountaineer Showcase in West Orange, New Jersey, against Jefferson High School on August 29th. Manj Singh is on tap. Coach Manj, one of our favorite guys that we spoke with last year. We're actually looking forward to seeing him in a few minutes, and we will be right back after these messages. And welcome back, everybody, to the Coach's Corner. We're here in Verona at Verona High School at none other than the home of the Hillbillies. Verona High School has always been a top-notch Group 1 program here in North Jersey, in Essex County for that matter, always giving the guys down the hill a problem when it comes to playoff time. Well, right now we're here because of the fact that we're following up on a coach that we had worked with last year at his previous high school, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, as well as get into what he's looking to do here at Verona High School. Why don't we say hello to Coach Manj Singh. We'd like to say thank you very much for taking the time out, stopping back at the Coach's Corner, and we would love to hear what you have to say today.
I'm man of little words, you know how that is.
But at the same time, we are going to really keep it on a level where we can actually provide more of a fun time for you, as well as maintaining the level of modicum that you're used to. Coach, first and foremost, I have to say congratulations to you last year. You did an awesome job at your previous location, which was Glenridge High School. We was just there a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Took a look at them a little bit. And the coach that they have replaced you with is an awesome guy. So my hat's off and getting that taken care of. What is it about this program as you're making the transition? Because the fact that you had said this to me last year that you wanted to keep it to a point where they were able to get somebody with with some stability in that program. What was it about the program, and what about Verona that attracted you as here this year?
I can't lie. I know last year when we came out and you had this at Glenridge, you loved the grass and everything like that. I like the old school grass too, but there's things about having all this facility. So when I came up here, saw the facilities and saw how great they are, and knew what the history of Verona was and where they were as a program, I said, you know what, I'm not going to call myself the cleaner that come there, fix things, and leave, because I actually found it feels like it's home here.
Yeah.
They welcomed me right in, and going back in maroon, like I was just back at Bosco.
Yeah.
I wore maroon then, so now wearing maroon again. It's, it feels like it's like home, right
It's
away.
home. Okay. So with that being said, you guys pulled out a barn burner last year against Verona, and now you're going back to that on the other side. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but at the same token, we wanted to give you an opportunity to really rehash those who are not familiar with you. You said you mentioned Bosco, you mentioned the St. Joe's last year, even Bergen Catholic for a little bit. With that pedigree that you have, how does that transition to a group like this who has had a pedigree of their own?
Over here, Verona. So first of all, let's get this Bergen Catholic at it. No Bergen Catholic. No. Nothing against Bergen, but no. We're Bosco and Joe, so everybody versus Bergen. You know how that is.
Yeah.
But honestly, like coming over here with the pedigree we have over here, guys. We had a 7-on-7 shootout here. That was a great thing too to do over here. And Bosco came through.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a lot of things over here. These guys over here, they're really tough. They've been in the weight room since January 2nd. They haven't, they folded or bent. You bet them as much as you can. They just won't break.
Right.
Come from good families, like a lot of places are, but it's just like different over here because they just want it more. They want it more than anybody else, and I'm actually proud to be here. Changing the culture wasn't that hard. They kind of went with the flow with everybody that we have here.
Okay. Now I noticed that in and everything that you all have done as far as Verona is concerned, and you're turning the page and turning the chapter. I kind of knew that this was happening and was in the works, but I did not want to say anything because the fact that a certain birdie that we both know kind of hinted to it, but at the same token, I couldn't really tie it into it right away because I wasn't sure if it was true or not.
Right.
But at the same token, did you feel that when this came about, that it was the next step into your coaching chapter?
This year, when it came about, it was kind of questionable. Like, because I'm not gonna lie, Glen Ridge was the first head coaching place I've ever been. The people at Glen Ridge were great. The football players, I had nothing but love.
Right.
I mean, we did something incredible last year down there. 41 years later, winning the first playoff games in 41 years.
Right.
Coming back against Warwick down by 20. You never forget that.
Right.
They have a special place in my heart too, because during that year, my mother passed on May 6th.
Right.
My whole team and some of the administration showed up to my mother's funeral. So
Right.
it's like it's never going to be nothing personal. It's always the first place I was at, first stop, of course. And when this opportunity came here, and you see a program with a record, 3-8, and then 2-8, and I'm like, you know what? And the opportunity to hire a new coach, why not come to Verona?
Right.
That was my whole thing. Why not come to Verona, where football here it's God.
Right,
It's what they care about. They want to win states. They want to win all the time. The kids want it. They're passionate about the game. The community's passionate about their hillbilly football. So I said, why not be over here and be a Verona hillbilly?
And yeah, the thing is that Verona also had several top tier elite athletes come out. Whether it's football, basketball, wrestling, soccer, lacrosse, and baseball for that matter. Come out of here and make it to the pros or at some level of the pros, whether it's the Olympics or something along those lines. Do you think that with the crop of kids that you have currently and the feeder program that you have, do you think that it will be able to be built up again going forward?
Faster than you know. We have a feeder program that's no other. The Eagles, they're ran by great guys, great coaches. They have a great camaraderie down there. There's nothing but love. Like we did the Coach Manj football camp here. A lot of kids came out. Anthony Fasano even came back out. We actually dedicated our first Hillbilly Shootout, the award to him. The Hillbilly Shootout Award was the Anthony Fasano Award. But you got players here that just, like I said, they want it really bad. They're not playing for college scholarships. They're playing for Verona first.
Right.
They got that in their head, so they're not looking to be the bigger guy, be better than anything else. They're willing to sacrifice and give up, move positions to whoever is best for the program, not what's best for them and their own interests. So that was one thing you had to break the mold and get to them. Like basically, don't play for yourself, don't play for highlights, play for the program, play for Verona. That's just it.
And then also, with that being said, you had opportunities where you just had your first scrimmage yesterday. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
And how did that go? Because I like I told you off camera, I was a little bit late, so I was not able to see how everybody was making transitioning. How was your experience with the team?
I'll tell you. So we were in the weight room since January 2nd. OTAs June 10th. 7-on-7s, which aggravated these guys. We didn't do well in 7-on-7s at all. Put the pads on. These guys just wanted to get after it. So we got to that scrimmage. We started off slow against Bloomfield, which Bloomfield's a pretty good team. And Irving's a pretty good programs, definitely. We went against Group 5 programs because we were like, you know what? Why not just go against the bigger competition? Our first two games, Jefferson and Kinnelon had that type of body size. So we're like, why not go against it? We've been in the weight room, and I'll be honest, I think we did a great job down there. We held our own and with whatever we had versus what they had. So I could say it was definitely pretty good.
And do you think that if the school ever grew in size, would you be able to compete at that level going forward?
Well, the way we competed yesterday, I'll be honest, I think we can compete against a lot of teams.
Oh, really?
Our schedule, like we have Newark Central on our schedule. Shabazz recently, I just heard, moved to Group 2. So, I mean, yeah, we can compete against schools like that. We have Roselle on Friday. Which is going to be a good scrimmage. I think they're Group 2, Group 3. So, I think we could move up a group if we had to. But right now, it's like, trying to get back to where we are. So, we got to start the foundation to build up and enjoy ourselves here in Group 1 until they force us to move up to Group 2 or something.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, the thing is that you mentioned that you got a scrimmage on Friday, which we'll probably be here for against Roselle.
Yes,
they just got a new coach there as well. Tyrone, I think it's Tyrone Johnson that's there. What do you think about the programs that you're going up against as far as scrimmaging, and then eventually your first game against Jefferson in the Mountaineer Classic that you got guys guys got going on at the present time. What do you think about that for a second? Hold on one second. Let me see.